Well, in Jimmy Butler's Warrior debut, 29 minutes, 25 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds. It's not bad at all. It's not bad at all for Jimmy Butler. My friend who's a great Warriors fan said that, a very loyal Warriors fan too, said that it's great to have a second option scorer finally. We're going to be all right. I wasn't sure. I heard some content creators saying that, having Jimmy Butler in the locker room and him being, so to speak, locker room cancer and him being very aggressive in how he feels and very outspoken about his opinions, that his personality can rub people the wrong way and it can cause some sort of friction and it can kind of destroy team chemistry, especially when you have somebody on the roster like Draymond Green. Those personalities may clash, but it's too soon to speak. Maybe it works out. Let's
13 for Jimmy Butler.
It's the reverse layup. Look at Steph celebrating.
This will be free.
Steph is very excited.
13 for Jimmy Butler.
Steph is very excited. I heard him say, look at him. Look at Steph. Look at Steph. Look at Steve Kerr. I heard Steph say, okay, this is what he has said. He's like the exact opposite player of me. I took 16 threes and he shot 1. He got to the free throw line a lot, dominated the paint. I dominate the perimeter. It has the potential to be really fun. And somebody said, my friend had said that his Warriors fan, that we're finally getting to the line. We're not living and dying by the 3 every single possession. We're getting to the line. And that's very essential. And I think that was an integral piece on why the Warriors were so dominant. The last championship was 2022. It wasn't that long ago, but they had an inside-outside game. And it was not just 16 to 23s a game. You actually got some inside presence, and them trading away. Because you always had these perimeter players around Steph, but you had people that play the paint. You had your Sean Livingstons when he was, there. Andrew Wiggins was in the paint, and then Jordan Poole was a shooter. But you got to get your touches inside the three-point line to build some sort of rhythm so that it could free up some of that space for Steph to do Steph, because Steph is playing an average of 22 minutes. And with him not having a second option scorer, he's going to be playing 20 to 30 minutes at 36 years of age. And that's not plausible. But I did like what Jimmy Butler had said. He said he's wearing the Butler 3. If you're wondering why he was wearing the Butler 3 jersey, he's on the back of his jersey to honor his father who passed away a year ago.
Jimmy, why was it important for you to have Butler the 3rd on the back of your jersey?
Because I am the 3rd, and it's actually a year today of the passing of my father. So this was big for me to change it and realize that I am his son. So I'm very grateful, and that's why I'm Butler the 3rd now.
Great speech. It sounds like he's recharged. Jimmy Butler on this Steph comment, opposites attract in life. I don't think I could be a better compliment to him, and vice versa. They're not leaving him ever. Maybe 2 people, I get the easy job. I'm playing one-on-one or in space. And he gets a lot of opportunities just to be in ISO mode and have that type of defender on him to live on an island. He's very, within, the paint and a little bit outside out. I think 17 to 20 feet is his jazz. That's what he likes to operate on. And he also became, later in his career, he became a better 3-point shooter as well. But I understand that he brings a lot of the things that they're missing. He brings the defense, the energy, getting to the free throw line. And he's a dog. He's a dog. He doesn't shy away from big moments. And in the fourth quarter, when, he can be the decoy for Steph, that the whole building knows is going to Steph at the late game. Maybe it could free up some time to get some Jimmy Butler some easy possessions. But did you hear about this story about when it came time for Pat Riley? I think Pat Riley is the biggest gangster in terms of GM in the league, right? Did you hear that? I guess apparently in a last effort to keep Jimmy Butler in Miami, he cried? I can't even picture Pat Riley crying to keep Jimmy Butler in Miami, but he cried. And Jimmy Butler said that was actually one of the main reasons why he left, because it proves that he's unstable. It proves that he's unstable. Yeah, there was this. Pat Riley reportedly cried during his meeting with Jimmy Butler in an attempt to get him to stay, but Butler reportedly viewed him as unhinged and became even more convinced to leave the Heat. According to multiple sources with knowledge of the meeting, tears welled in Riley's eyes as he attempted to connect with Butler on a human level. Both men had lost their fathers, and Riley's famed toughness faded in the moment as he thought about Butler mourning his father's death last season, but Riley's vulnerability did not land with Butler. The player viewed Riley's behavior as unhinged, a league source close to Butler said. Butler left the meeting more convinced than ever that he needed a new basketball home. Now with these type of sources, they play the telephone game in terms of getting this out to the public. There's that thing back and forth. Shams had a source that was heavily vetted in his words verbatim, and Jimmy Butler's agent. I don't think Jimmy Butler's agent liked that Shams was so informed about the subject, and he was very outspoken and said that Shams sources about him wanting out of Jimmy Butler, his client, wanting out of Miami was not true, and that he had time for him. But Jimmy Butler wanted to leave Miami, and it turned out Shams was not wrong. Shams has been on the needle and on point for a lot of these stories as of late. You know, with the retirement of Woj, Shams is sliding into that number one insider position. But Jimmy Butler, if healthy, I think he will be a difference maker in the Warriors. Now, I just don't know if they're championship ready. There's a lot of positions in the hierarchy in the West that I think that the Warriors are not there yet, but they're going to be certainly a lot better than what they have been.
Butler ahead of the pack. Jimmy Butler will touch it down.
And this is all momentum. When Jimmy Butler gets going and the building gets going, Steph knocks down threes and the Kuminga's back and everything like that. I still think they need another piece. Maybe another. It depends. I don't think Pods, is ready for that moment. Jimmy Butler, how old is Jimmy Butler? Jimmy Butler age 35. Steph is 36. I think their window is very small. They have a small window, but I think they can compete. Getting to the free throw line. 11 free throws. Jimmy Butler has the most free throws made in the Warriors debut. Steph Curry, 34 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 52%, 8 threes. This is his first bucket.
His first Warrior basket. Buddy Hield throws it up.
Yeah, I think if Buddy Hield can stay consistent, because he's been up and down. I think that's this main critique of Buddy Hield is that he's not consistent. If he can stay consistent to be that second 3-point threat that was once seen with Jordan Poole and Clay, and then when Jimmy Butler doing Jimmy Butler things, they'll be all right. I could see them competing for second round Western Conference, depending on health. Health is always the biggest component to me in postseason basketball in the NBA is health. You know, these players are professionals. They've been playing at a high level for so long. Getting them to gel is going to be an easy thing. I think health and also egos and personality. Health, egos, and personality is the biggest thing for the Warriors right now. I'm interested to see how Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green mesh long term. But it seems like even though Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green, they may be more alike than they are different. Maybe they can they both are dogs, and Steph Curry being the opposite of the two. I think Jimmy Butler is the dog that they need, and Draymond Green may respect that. Draymond Green has a high IQ, and he does a lot of things on the defensive and offensive end that he's not just, to compensate for what you would say the lack in offensive talent. He makes up for in just being the glue guy and understanding, rhythm and momentum, positioning, and where Steph likes to get the ball, and, where Jimmy Butler may feel comfortable and what needs to be done. He's the coach on the floor. I think Draymond Green. He's the extended coach on the floor. So it may work. Let's hear Steph Curry's thoughts on Jimmy Butler.
Pretty fun having Jimmy on our team. Yeah, he's an amazing player. The ability to get fouled, it just settles the game for us at key times. But I'm most impressed with his passing. I just think his passing changes everything, connects the game. And he does it from anywhere. He'll dive down to the post, catch it down there, or he'll pass off the dribble, or he'll just make the quick swing. So the skill, the strength, the ability to get to the free throw line, and then in the end
the free throw line, and the passing is going to be big for Jimmy Butler because they're a very rhythm oriented team, very rhythm oriented. Multiple passes, running stuff off multiple screens. And then, obviously, I speak about the defense. When I think of Jimmy Butler, I think about intensity, I think about defense, and I think about high energy and effort guy. All those things is championship DNA, winning basketball, and the time spent for Jimmy Butler in Miami was a success. It's just that they couldn't get the ultimate goal was the championship. But that type of player, high impact, they work hard, they grit, they grind, perfect for this unit. But you let me know in the comment box down below. I think I said in the last video that he was traded for a Diet Coke and a pizza. But who knows? This may be it could be not a lopsided trade. It could be something that benefits both teams. You just never know immediately. Sometimes you know immediately. Other times it takes more time to understand how the trade worked for both teams. But you let me know in the comment box down below. Steelo, as always, y'all be safe. Sweet.